Great and beautiful morning and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 307th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I'll tell you that the Western markets or the market across the globe are steadily looking southward this morning. I can see that the sell-off in some of these market as a result of what reaction to the recent downgrade of US credit that has sent a kind of a panic to some of the matured market. But I would say down here in our market, we are seeing an extension of rebound that we saw yesterday. This morning, we are seeing that buyers are are in charge of the market compared to what we are seeing the last about three major trading, 40 major trading before we saw the sign on Tuesday, which yesterday we discussed that market has on a recent decline from our discussion. But from what I'm seeing this hour now, market is already looking up strongly again. We are seeing more buyers in the market compared to to seller, which is a good sign for our market here. Yes, back to what is happening in the global scene. I will tell you that what had just happened yesterday, which we discussed that Fitch, one of the rating agency that graded US credit, and that has also swung to other markets as what had happened in that US market or the downgrading has sent some signal to traders and investors in the market that we are seeing profit taking in some of these stocks and indexes in this market are showing that yes that people are really doing what we call sell off, just like we experienced when the market have almost gained for the month of June to July. We saw this mature market rally, just also we have experienced here down local market. We also saw profit taking in our market, but now in mature economy, this news, and don't forget that I say that any market anytime this news, macroeconomic news, all these funds that come that drive market up and down, and that is why you as a trader investor, your eyes should not go away from what from your chart, because no matter what is happening, you're going to reflect on your chart, because the psychology of the people, their sentiment will be reflected on what on the chart. Right there as a trader that we are doing intraday trading, you want to see on your shorter time frame what you're looking at. Also look at your longer time within that day trading. Also, if you are doing a short term, we are looking at the weekly trading to a day trade. We are doing a long term, looking at monthly to to weekly chart. All these time frames is what's going to guide you what we are doing. These are what is also happening in this material market right away. Some are taking advantage of what to take profit, while other instrument or other investment window was seen also a slowdown. So what is happening in crypto market, but in the bond market was seen also what is also because of this rating again. You can see that how this can also distort even the oil price, the commodity price. We are seeing also a change. We are seeing profit taking, in crude oil market. Why we are seeing also because of the 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 expected or the expected return of Russia to the green discussion. We have seen also green price also coming down. You can see that all these have a war for war, impacting on the investment return window. But you as a trader, you know why you are in the market. As I said, as a trader, you know how to compare what your fundamental and your technical. They go together, but for you to be fast, to know exactly when to buy and when to sell, you must know how to use your technical analysis very well. Because fundamental will be good or it will be bad. With right time to buy or right time, but because of the psychology, because of the pattern of the people in the market, it always reflects on your chart. We'll do that when we come to chart. Because today I want to do more of chart than looking at earnings. That's why I say let me just look at what is happening in the global market. We'll now come down to look at our chart for a lot of things and a lot of reasons why we're doing that today. Yeah, if you look at what is happening in Asia market, I'll tell you that most of the Asia stock this hour are in red. Tracking the losses that happen in the U.S. market with Wall Street as we speak now in this market as a result of what the downgrade I've mentioned earlier. This is why we are seeing somewhat like this profit taking, and the sentiment has also is down because of what this at command. Also the missed earnings that come, we are seeing some company posting a positive number, while some are putting mixed number. All this also have sent a signal to investors that they need to also look at their position. And like I said that portfolio reshuffling or repositioning or sectoral rotation will continue in the market. As far as continue in the market, you see that price will go up and high or up and down. And the volatility is the beauty of the market, but you must not panic out in fear. If you have information, if you understand what I mean, you must also not hold when your your position has come as low as touching your what your stop loss. Stop loss is a guide for you to know when to exit for traders. But for investors that see what attracted in those companies are seeing that, you don't need also to panic out like that, unless you don't have information or what attracted you have just have started what is integrating for that, you need to also find a leave. But for me, we look at the market very well, and now we're seeing earnings across the globe, not only Nigeria market, but market. It's a time for you to call good, move to sectors that you see that they are pointed at going to the future. The earning capacity of this company will be strengthened and about to produce much better number, no matter what we are saying now, because we are seeing that globally, even there's a slowdown in inflation, we are seeing that most of the mature economy, their central banks are continuing to work to high rate. It tells you that cost of doing business in those environments will still remain high. We are not left behind. Also, to happen here, you can see within this environment that we are seeing these fundamental changes in the economy. You need to know where sector should be, where are these reforms that we are seeing, especially in Nigeria, is impacting positively. You need to understand all this. The same trend is what is happening. We are seeing that I said earlier that technology stocks are also on accelerated their profit taking because of what strong, we saw the strong payroll data that also came, that also were on the market. That was for private. We want to look at the one that come for the public. That will see how the US data, employment data or job data also going to play around. Once this information comes to the market, it's going to have no impact again. And also, if we look at the China market, but also China stock on the downside, as well also despite that we are seeing that the the service sector, what we call it, purchasing, we have manufacturing purchasing index, managers purchasing index, and also have also for the service. For the service, it look a bit good, but still the sell off in this market has also has slowed down because of this positive service activity for that sector has come for that zone has come out positively for the month of July as expected. Could also have supported the Asian market as we speak now. But these are the things that is also going on now. That market is still in that red in that environment. But if you come to what is happening in Europe, don't forget that UK, central bank, the bank of we call it E- uh, BOE, which is the Bank of England. They're also having their meeting today, and also expected that at the end of the meeting, all eyes are whether 25 basis points or 50 basis points. That's why we saw a little slowdown, in inflation figure that were released recently in that domain. But I believe that rate hike will continue in that domain, knowing that we have seen that rate hike in US, we have seen it also in EU, in a bank of the European Central Bank. Also we're going to see the same thing in England. That means today it depends. Now don't forget that the more they increase rate, they also want to fight the counter one's inflation. But the cost of doing business also will be tightened. That also have the also affecting the economy. Like I said, it's either you decide to make the economy very booming or trying to put the economy in the right direction, or we are trying to staff the economy on the terms of managing inflation. It depends how you balance it. But now, if they increase it by 50%, 25%, better. But if you go as high as 50%, that will be, that means rate for mortgage, everything will also go up. That also have what of tightening the economy. But let's see what will happen at the end of the day. But a sign that we saw a positive, inflation for that zone is also a good one. But let's see what the outcome of today's meeting will look like. Once it comes, that will also be a good news for the market. I believe that's what all eyes are on now to see what will come out from there. That will be a good news for the market, because if you expected that rate is hiked by to 5.25%, that also will be a thing that also I said earlier will also have impact on the eurozone, because I believe that this is what market is playing around with, that whether it will be at 25 basis points for what or 50, but if it comes to 25 basis points, that will be a good news for that zone, following the know what is expected in the month of August, at the same time seeing that okay, as I speak now, well, like I just know that it has been displayed on a platform as we're saying that Bank of England raised the borrowing cost by to 15 years high, the signal rate by what to stay high, and as today, I mean I've seen that it's done about 25 basis points is what they've used now to that point of 5.25%. For me, it's a good one compared to 50 basis point. This is also a good one for what for the eurozone, and we say that yes, this is better than to have a 50 basis point. Can market has to play around this now in that domain. I believe that this is also a good thing for the market in that arena, in that zone. For me, there's no cause for alarm, but volatility will continue because of their pounds, their currency, expect will to continue, and also Bank of England will also keep quiet. We expect also to make moves to make sure that they show that the mortgage industry and other states also come to a place to that people in that environment will not get choked up at the end of the day. But it's good that it's not based 50 basic points. Just all of them have maintained to 25. We saw it in US, we saw it in EU, we saw it in 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 England now. Well, Australia has fought for the last the meeting they had recently, their policy meeting, which is also good in one dimension for me. There's no cause for alarm. Yes, finally, we look at what is happening in US. US is the final market we want to look at. Like I said earlier, US where the downgrade happened. I'll tell you, sellers are feed the market with I tell you, US indices. The three of them are are looking southward after the sell-off has continued in that market. This is because of what the downgrade and also, like I said, the numbers that also came, but all eyes are on what are looking at the result that come from Apple and Amazon. But Adidas also result as came report. We saw a narrow loss forecast, and that's the thing that also going to shape that market right away as we speak. For me, these are what is happening globally. As more as expected, I told you about oil price has slowed down as a result of also profit taking and this downgrade that the US are also affected, and also whether Saudi Arabia will literally continue to cut production as it did, or going to reverse it. This is also what is going to happen and determine how oil price will go. But good thing, like I said yesterday, that as oil price edges up or inch up, we expect to see the impact on our our own reserve here if we're able to meet our quota by what by the standard given by OPEC. That would be very good for us as a nation. African market is mixed. Why our local market here is looking up at this moment, I will tell you, which is a good one for our market that we are seeing a positive trend coming back to our market. For me, it's a good one that in Africa, we are seeing a good, strong rebound in our market after yesterday's signal. For me, that is good. But before we go to look at the chart now, we look at what is the state of the market, looking at the data, when I mean data, looking at what is the level, at what level is the market look at this point, and what are the factors that brought the market to this level. Is there a new information or the market players are taking advantage of the recent pullbacks and also expected new policy from the government as the new ministers are have been spent only moment for now they start hit the ground running, or as a result of expected half year dividend from the first year banks. What are really changed the mood of the market? It's very important that we know. Is it that the plan for the plans is already on ground for the government to strengthen our naira? When I mention naira, this volatility we are seeing to become stable is that these factors that are what driving the market at this point. We need to understand so that you know exactly what to do as investor or trader. Yes, if you look at the market situation, I'll tell you that we have seen a powerful rebound today after yesterday. When I come to chat, I will explain things to you. But looking at the market right away, we are seeing that the market has crossed over above the 65 basic points, foot 65,000 basic points. Is doing now exactly 65,136.88. Market is up by 889.52. Market is up by 1.38, almost 1.4. For me, it's a good reversal and a good rebound for the market. And which people that have read my article this morning, when I saw the market yesterday, I was happy. This morning I wrote something about that. Yes, we have seen a bullish hammer, and that hammer was to confirm today whether the market will look at market force. This morning, you can see that buyers in the market are higher than the seller. This is a good sign that yes, if you know how to compare your technical and fundamental, you don't panic out, you see opportunity, you take advantage of it. So speak now, market, bread is positive. We're having a 23 advancers in the market as speak, or 23 gainers as we speak. Then how will it just 7 losers which are decliners right away in red. But we'll come to the chart to see those top gainers and losers to see. If you look at the top losers right away, you can see that Multiverse is leading that pack, followed by John Holt. John Holt has been on this chart because of profit taking. We can see the COVID business COVID business solution. And COVID business, I want to caution here, this stock has been on the delisting list, voluntary delisting, but I see activities on it. If you check, recently Adova was delisted, so that investors should know why you are in this stock, because if they are making plans to delist, even though when they release their number, you have to trade with caution. But the price they plan to release, you don't know what it is, whether it is below what the price is selling or not. But you need to understand so that you play part. Don't allow all these companies that have put have a delist either symbol on them already, for you to also be holding them. You have to trade smart this kind of position. Next one is Omatech. Omatech, I would say, the profit taking activities. For those that promote Omatech, that take advantage of low price attraction. Yes, the result that came from this company is not positive at all. But I believe that once the market is bullish and is going up, these are companies that will likely other price to draw them up, especially knowing that most of the stocks are on the rise as to speak now. And when it continues, the local stock will follow. And I tell you that local stock can give you return, but they are more volatile and the risk involved is high. That's why those that are really value investors look at those value stocks that have fundamental. They don't look the world, no matter how juice they are, but they know more times you enter to sell become a problem. You can buy, and but the time you want to sell and the market is not in favor of that stock become a problem. But if you are in value stock, especially banking stock and others, anytime you want to sell, put it to the market, you buyer. But for this kind of stock, Omatech and others, you have to be very careful. But for insurance company, we don't have issue because we are seeing already a pointer that where insurance sectors are going. For me, if you are in those sectors, don't panic. But for this kind of stuff, results have shown that nothing is happening in that company as to speak. Looking at their half-year result. Then we'll go to sovereign trust. Sovereign trust insurance is also on profit-taking activities. Yes, we look for the advancers. Advancers can see that the consumer goods are rebounded powerfully following the gainers we saw yesterday. We saw NASCOM, we saw Nigeria Brew, we saw Dangote yesterday, but this morning also saying that PZ is leading the advance at the top five with 5%, followed by Dangote Sugar to 5%. We're seeing at NASCOM also 5%, 10%. Sorry, 10%. NASCOM is 9.9. Also, Abebe building also 9.9. Also, we're seeing livestock. These are the top five gainers as we speak right away. Then, if you look at the stock in terms of volume, we're seeing that volume in Sterling Bank is one leading the pack in terms of activities. 58.5 million shares traded so far. Access Club has gone back to 17 naira. 95 Kobo 24.3 million shares, and Universal Insurance. Universal Insurance is also among them doing a 15.75 million shares so far, and we are seeing also that UPA has also gone back above 14 naira to speak now at trading about 13.2 million shares so far, and the last one there is Japan Gold 12.7 million shares. These are the state of the market in terms of our activities as we speak now. But purely we are coming to the chart now to see what is happening in this market. Yes, I told you earlier that whenever you come to the chart, also look at where is the direction of the market, where is the chart heading to. If you look at this chart now, from here you can deduce that the chart is looking up. You can see this blue candlestick here. It shows that market is looking up today, and we are not surprised that we saw that market is up almost than 1.4% in the green. This is a good sign. But before this thing happens, something has given us sign here already. You see an uptrend. You can see the trend here up as we speak. But when you go to the market form a double top here at this point, we saw a pullback. And in this class, I've explained the power of double top. A breakout of double top will be a buy signal for you. But even as a triple top, but we see also a sign that stock is struggling to go further low. It's a sign also that the demand is coming back, because all we are saying in the stock market, especially in trading, is about demand and supply. If you follow it carefully, I will tell you that you will not miss it, because king, because price is king. And why the price is king is that the price action will tell you exactly what is happening, because it will show you the sentiment of the people. Are they bearish about the market? Are they bullish about the market? You will see it on the candlestick. That's why you must understand how to read your candlestick. I tell you that after looking at price action, that price action you interpret the candlestick formation. It's a very, very important analysis to do. You look at that candlestick to see whether that candlestick is a sign of what a rebound or a continuation of what a bull or a kind of a stoppage of an uptrend, or kind of also a resistance that market will not go down more than that level. And that is why you must also play with your resistance and support level in your chart. You must understand how to use all these things. Very, very important. They are very, very key. Once you understand, your candlestick, you understand the trend analysis, you also do your multiple time frame, which I also do here on the basis, so that you understand what to do. Then volume become important again. You must look at your volume, and don't forget in all this position and money management. Money management is key, and that's why I said you must set your what, set your what, your stop loss to know also if a stock is going down. Like I said, you don't panic out because it's just going down. You must know why it's going down, unless it touch your stop loss. If not, go to work, because management is very, very important. If you go in and out, there's cost involved, and if there's nothing going to, like, after jumping out, you want to come back, it's going to involve you, pay cost. But it's good that when you have reason why to jump out, know why you jump out, but you must know why you are jumping out. Don't just jump out because others are falling out. I remember what happened on Monday when the Dangote results were released. You saw there was kind of people want to pull out of the stock. Yes, there are some people that were able to sell, but as we speak now, they are finding it difficult to come back. One, they incur costs in, and those that even bought high, now to come back again. You need to understand and see how far where the market. But ideally, because of the result, it has not turned, but because also the major news that came that turned the company around. This one, just giving an example, you must understand how to also, this money management is very, very key when you are trading. Don't just be one way investor or trader. Also, you must know what is happening, like internal market, what we call it what is happening internally. We call it internal happenings in the market. Market, internals. You must know what is happening in the market. Look at the volume, the declining line or advancing line. You need to know all this. I should talk about what I discussed earlier, the market rate, and know all this to know exactly where you are going. But from what I've told you earlier, you can see that this is also was in a higher high already. Despite that, it's a he put back. You can see from here it's higher, but he put back. Now I can't say this is higher low now, but you can see just it's an uptrend was seen now to go up. For me, this also from here you can see that it's moving up. This higher high we're just seeing. Once the cross it one, it now become another trend entirely. We're talking about either 17 years or 13 years high. But this is a good move. Once market break out this one before now see a new trend after the must look at this double top here. If it come, that will become a triple top. Once you break it out, market has gone up again. But before I go to the indicators, look at this candlestick formation here. This is what we call a hammer, integral analysis. Especially when you see hammer in a downtrend, hammer in a downtrend, and also a hammer in a downtrend with a low volume. Don't forget that we have seen volume of 700 and 800 million, 800 million, 700 million. But the day market from this hammer here, we have just around below 400 million share traded since May 29. We have seen a day we have been 1 billion share traded in terms of volume. We have seen the least have been this volume of 300 and something we just saw yesterday. I will tell you the average trading for all this while have been above 500 million share traded on a daily basis in this market. But yesterday we saw it, and that's the day the market rebounded. Look at this candlestick formation. You can see that there's a small tail here, and after it has moved down, powerfully for 5 days. But on the Monday, the market lost a 1.1%. We had about a 94% sell position on that day. But on the second day, on Tuesday, the market lost a margin of 0.223 on Tuesday. On that same day, we have about a 56% buy position and 44 percent sell. And that's why sentiment report is very, very important. We look at any given time to guide us. But yesterday, when the market gained marginally again 0.12, we have about 94% buy position and just 6% sell position. When the economy when I said, look at the candlestick and the sentiment behind the market, we have seen that gradually the buyers are coming back to the market. That means they reacted to result, and also the rate hike we saw after the MPC meeting, where we saw that overnight we saw the last what's it called, TB, let me say 3GB primary market offer moving from almost 5.9 to almost 12.17. That alone changed the face that even the bond market was even also bearish. I said yesterday, funds were going up, but now I see that all eyes are going to look at inflation that will come, that will come by this month for the month of July. And I said in the class that the last inflation was for the month of June. That Bureau of Statistics said they didn't factor in, the fuel subsidy removal for the month of June. And don't forget that there's also another hike in July. we expect that if all this is factored in, we're going to see a higher inflation, and that higher inflation has a way of also testing those fixed income instrument. That means we are seeing what we call we expect to see what we call a negative return in this instrument. We have to be very careful. That's why I said even for those risk apart, I'll be looking at the work of the bond and all the stuff. But for you that are trader, there are individual stores that we can also go in and also go in and to see exactly what is happening because of what the nature of their product and their ends are likely to come positive in Q3. You start building their position in them as we speak now. That's why I said in this market, once you understand it, you don't need to panic. You can see already what I just said now. That shows you that even if you are reading your chart to see what is happening and also have understand the sentiment report, you will always stay ahead of the market. You know exactly when to go in and when to also not to go. Yes, we saw the UBA notifying the market about sending the result to CBN for approval. You can see as you see more before now, Access Bank and Zenith Bank have done that. I want to see look forward to GT1, look forward to Stanbic and also to see that one from Fidelity. We don't know, but Fidelity also is one of the three dividend paying bank. Also, we have to expect to see stock like Massad, a stock like Chi or Consolidated Hallmark Insurance also releasing their or corporate action on interim dividend for half year. For me, the market is very very okay. All you do you know what you are in the market. Invest with knowledge and don't just guess in the market. Follow the trend. Know what is happening in your chart and also the sector where you are putting money. Once you understand this, you invest with knowledge. I tell you that once you trade with knowledge, when people are panicking in the market, don't panic. That's my type. I people call me and say, hold on to the market. I won't do it because other person are panicking. No, I will look at some things in the market, which I want to always share here. This chart, and also look at your fundamental, look at your technical analysis, look at your sentiment. Pattern is also very, very, very important. You can see that here has become a strong resistance level, and this is the point here. If you draw the line here now, here is your way it tested it here, where it tested it and go up. Let me quickly draw the line before I call the other indicators for us to look at some stuff before we call it a day. You can see at this point, even from here, you can see that where the market is now, where it formed the strong support level, where it tested it. You can see at this point, yeah, and also this for the support level, and we know that here is a strong resistance level. At this point, when the market tested the 66,017.90. Yeah, this is a strong resistance level. And yesterday I drew also what we call there is a channel which is from here. I know why I'm doing it so that you understand what I'm doing here. You can see it here. This is what we drew yesterday. When I said that market is in between the channels, let me also do the other one. I said once you break out this channel, and that is what we have seen. I told you yesterday that this is a dark channel. If you remember, I told you, yeah. Good. Right, no? You can see that this is a bearish channel. That now that market has broken out the up channel, okay, down here it has broken the channel up now. You can also see that at speak now, market is also on a new trend, on a new trend up because of you can see the formation here. These are the things you need to know. For other indicators that will help us is what we want to call now. So we want to know where is the T line at this point. I told you that T line also serve as what as support and resistance to know the power, the momentum behind what the market. Any market that is above the T line, so that the momentum in the market is still strong. But you need other indicators to confirm. Let's look at what is money flow doing. Money flow, you can see already the money flow have turned up. Says that there is a kind of a strong momentum of fund is in the market. That's why you can see that market that have gone as low as almost 59 has come back again powerfully, reaching almost 70 point. It tells you that something is happening. Fund is coming back to the market, and that's why we are seeing this kind of rebound we're also seeing in the market. We'll call up our T line. Let's still go back and use the T line. Then and also call my call my T line. I've called MACD up now. Let's go to the T line and see. This is T line now right away. Change it to 8. From the chart we are seeing now, you can see that the market is above the T line already. Market is above the T line, slightly above the T line. For me, it's a good news for the market. But because it's a daily chart, might not be looking at more than daily or weekly, but because we are trading on a daily chart, but you know that we just take the month, and then this just the third day of the third day of the month. Yes, you can say if you look at the weekly chart, is the market really in a bad shape? It's okay. You can do that for the weekly. It will give you a good line. And also, I said on a good market is still very strong. It's heading below above the T line, and MACD is very sharp here. You can see it for the weekly chart. But for 1 hour chart, you can come back to sleep. But I've seen a day chart. Why is the market doing on a 1 hour chart? It's very important to know. On a 1 hour chart, you can see where the market is. The market is very strong. You know, already the sign of a breakout is here. You can see that from where once a breakout from this level on 1 hour chart is a good sign. You can see that this is the what we call the bearish channel down. You can see the market have broke out already above the T line and also trading above the outside the world outside the downtrend, which is the bearish channel. You can see that money flow here is strong, almost 60, and this, and you can see that MACD on a 1 hour chart. I tell you that these are the things you need to know. MACD on a 1 hour tell you that the market is coming back powerfully. See, it's already bullish on a 1 hour chart, and these are the things that you use to confirm your position. That means with this 1 hour chart, you can see the market is strong powerfully on the on MACD. You can see that's why I say a lagging indicator that already confirmed that the bullish run is underway now. You can see it here. You can see where the blue one plus the red one up. You can see that this histogram has crossed to the signal line, which is called a bullish MACD. You can see it here. For me, it's a good one. Finally, we want to look at the 15 minutes chart. That's what I will look at last. Then we'll now look at two stocks before we call it a day. On the 15 minutes chart, the market is also powerful on the 15 minute chart. These are the things you use to know. If you draw a line here from this point here, you can see on the 15 minutes chart, the market is set to break to a breakout here. You can see it here, and this what on the 15 minute is a good sign on both 15 minutes and 1 hour, almost pointing that market is set to break out on one rate level. I think from here to this point, market is set to break out. Once they break out this level, and money flow is already reading almost 98 and 15 minutes chart. You can see that MACD is bullish. For me, this is a good sign that our market is really very strong. You can see that these are the market is already out of the bearish channel. You can see it from here down, and here you can see it here for yourself. This is a good one. You can see these two lines. Market are broken out and it's trading above the T line. There's no cause for alarm in our market now. Yes, we have seen the market pull back, and I told you that that is profit taking, but we get level that say once market break out this level, once they come back, they put down more strength, want to break out the resistance level. If as the way is going now, the consumer goods we are seeing them bouncing back. For us to know exactly what is happening there, let's look at what is happening so that we will know. If you check here now, you can see this 15 minutes chart for the stock. For me, it's not doing bad. You can see the chart is very above the T line too. Yes, this for 15 minutes chart for PZ. We quickly look at the 1 hour chart again. Give us a good clue. That 1 hour chart, in the last 1 hour chart, you can see that it's still remain above the around 1810. You can see here this 1 hour chart. You can see the breakout here up. It came down but still remain up and above what it closed yesterday. It's a good sign. That's why the stock is almost up by 10%. Money flow, you can see how it has shoot up to almost 71 flat here at this point, and MACD is positive on the 1 hour chart for PZ. I know that PZ, this is the month we expect to that to announce it also move above this price. For me, there's no cause for alarm for those that are in PZ. For traders, for those that are buying for long, they have to also think twice until we are seeing all these my friend companies, especially foreign owned or internationally owned, or those that have foreign partners that have investment there because of their foreign loans. We have seen what has happened to their FS valuation, or if they're able to wipe it out. Like I said, it's one effect. If they're able to as FS stabilize here and they're able to correct it and they start flowing, that was where they come back fully for what for profit. But for those that trader, you can use those ones to know what to do with PZ. But for me, PZ, you can see that it's also trading above the T line. You can see for yourself, and you can see that money flow is turning up, but still below 50. Once it cross 50, that's a good sign. But on a day chart, you can see that it has turned up now, but the historical telling us is coming up. Once it crossed the best run up, that also confirmed a bullish trend. I believe that if this trend is sustained tomorrow, we might see a stronger momentum tomorrow from this stock. Yes, finally, on this note, let's look at what is happening in UBA that just sent this UBA that just sent no notification of result to see what is happening in UBA. That will be the final one chart we look at this morning. China UBA on a daily chart, you can see it's above the T line now. You can see where it is now. It has pulled back. After you can see that even when it tested here, the next day it didn't touch the last touch where he did on Tuesday. But yesterday the loss was marginal again. But today you can see as they notify the market, you can see that it has decided to trade above 14 naira, around 14 naira 50 kobo right away. Just watch and see. And MACD is still also, we're seeing a histogram is bearish here. But with the money flow are above 81, around 81, I see that this momentum also support is very soon from now, usually for tomorrow or next week. But for assets and Zenibad have sent, I see that market has been stable with those stuff. We believe that the banking sector has all it takes to support a good payout. If on this interim they give sign of that, a growth in their dividend payout, that will change the face of all the first year bank results. Again, on this note, I say thank you. See you tomorrow.